What's going on YouTube? It's your boy WWormy. I'm coming at you with another video, and when it comes to Final Fantasy VII, I'm a huge fan. I love the original game. I'm actually a fan of Remake and Rebirth. I can point out some criticisms I have with the games, and I can point out some criticisms I have with the marketing, but all in all, I think they're good games, and I think it's an all-around fantastic franchise that's going on there. But there is a point of criticism that some gamers and audience members have for the games, and it is what it is. And we can come over here to this level up. Final Fantasy VII Square Enix censored Tifa's outfit and changed the ending of the remake. And this has been a long stay back and forth in which they have Tifa censored mainly because of a continuity issue that was caused by censorship, but is a whole lot more complicated than what you might see it as. You see, the thing that happened was back in Crisis Core Remake, they changed Tifa. And now with the Remake and Rebirth, that is supposed to be more in line with Crisis Core timeline. So when you have issues like this and continuity issues, they went back in and started, well, changing stuff around to try to make Tifa look more like her remake Crisis Core version. Yes, the initial change was due to censorship, but since then it's predominantly because of, well, continuity issues. And honestly, I think that is a fair point of criticism within the story itself. And for gamers around, I'm not really shocked that we recently saw mods coming out to, well, bring back Classic Tifa. Classic Tifa mod without Square Enix censorship for the PC version of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has been released. And I have no problem with this existing. If you want this, go right on ahead. I know the reason for part of her change and part of her attire now within the actual story of Rebirth, but it is what it is. And you could start scrolling down here. You could choose the stocking version with the rest uncensored as well, which is pretty nice as well. But the usual they-thems, though, are very unhappy about this. And we can see from learning the law, they-them having a normal one here, cope and seethe revisionists. And you could just scroll in here. Square Enix censorship is just the company refusing to sexualize Tifa Lockhart. Without Square Enix censorship, bro, what are you even talking about? You just wanted to be a effing perv and see her effing panties. It's disgusting. So again, this was somewhat caused by the ethics department back during Crisis Core. Right now, it's more of a continuity issue, so this is a back and forth, and also they did find a way to make a storyline out of her current design and her current attire, but I don't blame people for having a problem with her current attire. The thing is, though, we're never allowed to have nice things. People always have to come out here and try to do the goonering when people just want their characters respected and their characters not to be altered. Again, a little bit more complicated here, but that's besides the point. Well, one of these wonderful friends here, predominantly Deputy right here, decided to clap back. And we could come over here to this. A thought goes on a rampage crying about fictional mods and sexualization for giving Tifa her original outfit, changed by Square's ethical department, yes and no, while she's actually sexualizing herself for views. Yep, and here she is with the exact same post that we went over. And here she is again. It's whatever if a character is sexualized by their creators, but it's clear Square doesn't have that vision for Tifa anymore. They've intentionally made her wear safety shorts, and even with the scar scene, they made sure that people couldn't twist that into something sexual. Why are you sticking your naked ass out, clearly sexualizing Tifa? I thought she wasn't supposed to be sexual. You see, those that preach the loudest always have the most to hide. It's always interesting to see these hypocrites coming out here, lambasting people for wanting their characters to look however they want to look. And all at the same time, we have evidence of you, though, looking even more provocative than the original art. So yeah, it's always nice to see this. But the thing is, if we continue on this, she had to respond. Brother, you're like crashing out for no reason just because I said it's not censorship if the company that made her doesn't want to sexualize her. I'm fine with sexual characters. I'm literally an ass model, LMFAO. Are you dumb? Keep crying. Well, here's the thing. Yes, it was initially done for censorship. It was done back in Crisis Core, and they did it to change her model for a very specific reason. Now, like I said at the beginning, Remake and Rebirth are supposed to be more in line with Crisis Core, predominantly the remake of Crisis Core, so they went back in and redid her outfit to be more in line with continuity. There was a story reason for why she looks the way she does now within Remake and Rebirth, but there is no problem with people having an issue and wanting their characters to not be changed for the sake of diversity, representation, so on and so forth. There's no issue with that. I can come out here and explain this all day and night. I still fundamentally agree and understand why people have an issue with Tifa's outfit within Remake and Rebirth. You, however, we come back over here, obviously have an issue with gamers playing the game the way they want to play it, and you're trying to virtue signal that you're anti-gooner while at the same time feeding into the gooners. That's the hypocrisy here, and that's what's being pointed out. You could try to say that, oh my gosh, this isn't censorship, but the thing is, it was done initially for censorship, and now it is what it is. But gamers have the right to do whatever they want with the game that they purchased. There's no problem with that. Download all the mods you want. It is what it is. And that's what people are pointing out here. And that is what people are acknowledging that you have an issue with. But Savvy has to respond here. Interesting, you'd rather defend the choice of ethics department that would sooner shut down your little biz than say, you know what, screw censorship. But you type really aren't the brightest Oreo in the barn, which I actually slightly disagree, because the thing about leftist ideology and leftist values is none of it makes sense, and it's all topsy-turvy, wiki-wonky craziness that goes on there. Take people like Alyssa Mercante, for example. It's empowering for her to do cam work, while at the same time, it's not okay for Stellar Blade to exist. You see the issues here? You see what's going on here? So, yes, they would actually probably like the fact that she does what it is that she does, because that's empowering to her, but it's not okay for guys to objectify her. You see the issues here? The whole logic doesn't make sense, so trying to apply logic also really doesn't work. But, you know, Learning Law has to clap back again, and I can't reply to her. She blocked me. But hey, it's the greater good of Square Enix moral stance. What kind of sick F would ever make Clive naked? I demand to know every single thirst mod of Clive so I can report it immediately. Who would even think of such dishonorable thing? Wow, you people make me sick. You better DM all the mods to me so justice can be served. Shaking my head. And the thing is, I can easily tell that this is sarcasm. Because what she is saying here is that she wants them all. She is openly saying, hey, send them to me so I can install them and sexualize Clive all day and night. But she has a problem, again, scrolling right back up here, with people wanting to sexualize Tifa. You see the dishonesty here. You already know she's a hypocrite. You already know that she's going against her own stated values. So it's not really a shock to see this. But again, Learning the Law has the receipts. It's whatever if a character is sexualized by the creator, but it's clear Square doesn't have that vision for Tifa anymore. They've intentionally made her wear safety shorts, and even with the scar scene, they made sure that people couldn't twist that into something sexual. So then why is it okay for you to sexualize Clive? You see the problem here. You see the issue. And we go back to where this all began. They, thems have no standards, and they don't want you to be able to play the games the way that you want to play it. I like the story behind Tifa's new outfit and things that are going on right now within Remake and Rebirth. I'm fine with it. That doesn't change the fact that the design shouldn't have been changed in the beginning, and it was done for censorship reasons, and I do have an issue with that. I have no problem saying I'm fine with gamers playing the game however they want to play it, because guess what? They bought the game. That is their money. They can do with the game however they want. For crying out loud, you could have frickin' Shrek in there and do all sorts of craziness with mods. I won't have a problem with it. But these people want to control how you play your game and want to control how you enjoy your product that you spent good money on, all while at the same time virtue signaling to you and going right against their own standards. So, hey, leftists are going to be hypocrites. More news at 11. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Shout out friends, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video live, guys. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye for now.